to your courses. If it's your lecture content and such, that's your content. But anything related to the college, you'd be better off to host here. So it has most of the features of Google. If you're familiar with Google, you have Word, Excel. These are not the full versions. These are apps. So there may be features here or not here that you have on your computer, but you also have an install here. So if, for example, you don't have Microsoft Word on your home computer, you can install the apps and you can use it through this service. I think as long as you have internet. Again, it works just like a Google Doc would, where it's going to store it in the cloud for you. And you can link this to your Canvas account, and you can upload files easily. And that sort of thing. So try this soon, so we know if your account works or doesn't. And we can help you get sorted. 2 other programs you're going to be using this week. The first one is, my toolbar just disappeared, Canva. So Canva is a graphic design, website. They have a lot of really cool features. This, basically it lets you polish your Canvas account, or not your Canvas account, your Canvas course, and make it look really professional and a little bit more visually interesting. So the only thing we're doing for CMOID is you are creating one banner that's going to go on your homepage. Did you want to talk about that, Caitlin?
Yeah, so if you look at the directions on that were originally created, it said to create a brand new homepage. I thought that was a little bit redundant, so I'm totally fine with if you just update your current homepage. So just go in there and find your course banner and add that to the one you've already created. And honestly, there wasn't a grading aspect for the one that you were creating, so I guess this is where it gets graded right there.
And to give you an idea, this banner up here at the top, that is a Canva banner. So another word of caution, these are decorative, okay? So you're not using these to deliver content. So when you import them, if you mark them as decorative, or if you want it to just be a very simple description for the screen readers to read, but these are pictures. So whatever words you put on them, the screen reader won't read. So if you want it to read that banner, your description of the banner needs to be whatever you would want it to read. So keep them simple. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Don't put too many words on those banners because they won't show up on the screen reader. Any questions about Canva? Okay, so you create a free account and do not pay for anything in Canva. It's one of those programs that has free and paid content. I use it quite a bit, and I've always been able to find something I'm happy with that I do not have to pay for. Okay, so please don't feel like we sent you here and there's all sorts of costs. There's nothing here that you have to pay for. Okay, you should be able to do it completely free. I do feel a little bit odd, Cindy. I know some of our class are teaching graphic design and Adobe Photoshop. I feel a little weird sending those people to Canva. But for most of us, this is a way to add a little bit of visual interest to your Canvas course. The second thing that we're going to be doing this week is Padlet. We did simplify this assignment, as did one of the other, maybe several of the other CMOID cohorts. So you've all already been using Padlet. The muddiest point is a Padlet, okay? So this assignment had a part 1 that asked you to use a Padlet. We took that out. So you are simply creating a Padlet. Now, Merced College allegedly has licenses coming, but we don't have them yet. However, you can use a free account on Padlet. I suggest that you don't use your school email, just in the off chance that when we do get licenses, they maybe, would interfere if you already had an account using the school email. So this is Padlet. I already have a paid account, but I logged into this one and created this one to show you what a free account looks like. Notice it has 4 shadowy squares here. You get 4 Padlets on a free account. So to make a Padlet, you click on that plus mark, choose your pattern. We don't care which one you use, okay? It's up to you. I usually just go with that first option. This is going to be where you make all your changes over here on the side. It always gives them a cheesy title and description. Right, so let's call this Muddiest Point. Description. Ask a question or something. Wallpaper, you can go through the options, you can change things here. Probably not that one, let's move it. Customize it however you would like. When you are done, comments, allow people to comment, sure. Attribution, display author name above each post. Now, oddly enough, I have checked that on every one of our Padlets for Muddiest Point, and it's listing them as anonymous. So maybe once you have an account that's embedded with Canvas, it will in fact show names. So click that one, and then up here you're going to go to next. Okay, start posting. Now how do you get this into Canvas? It's right up here at the top. See where it says share? We want an embed code. Okay, so right here, embed in your blog or your website. That whole thing is your embed code. So I'm going to copy that. Go back to Canvas. We'll practice on this page, but I won't save it. Okay. Just like you would embed a YouTube video, you're going to go to Insert or Edit Media, Embed, and then paste that embed code into that box. And your Padlet should show up on the page. Okay. Now I'm not going to save this at first because that's on our Canvas page, but you get the idea. The other thing I found this week were the instructions for embedding 3C media files into Canvas. So we don't have an assignment, I believe, directly connected to those in the 10 weeks of this course, but I will post them in the Q&A. And if anyone has any questions, wants help with that process, let us know, because I'm having to figure it out myself. So, but essentially you have to create a 3C Media account, and then you have to upload your videos to 3C Media. Then you can link them in your Canvas courses. That's all I have. Caitlin?
That sounds basically it. Oh, no, the one last thing we should probably show them is how to copy content using the HTML editor.
Do you want to show that?
Yeah, I can do that. Since it was one of the things that they recommended. Okay. So just like what Carrie was showing on how to copy content, there's lots of ways to accomplish different things, but one way you can do it. Let's see. This is all frozen. All right, well, I guess that's that. My entire computer's frozen. Okay, I'm going to stop share. Carrie, can I just walk you through it?
Let me, yeah.
Okay, so just click edit, and then if you go to the HTML editor right there, if you copy all of that, just highlight and then Control C, that will take that and duplicate it. It's another way of just duplicating it. But then you would have to create another assignment. So you'd have to go into another page and then go into the HTML editor. It has to be in the HTML editor. Click paste and then save it. And that's another way to take content if you don't want a duplication, if you just want a portion of it, or if you want the entire assignment. But you can see there it is. So.
Yeah, so the HTML editor is, if there were a Canvas like deeper cuts element, it's definitely that HTML editor. You'll see some Canvas pages that have things like tabs up here at the, across the top, right? So you have one page that has multiple pages to it, not hyperlinks, but actual tabs. All of that is accomplished in that HTML editor. It can go awry very quickly if you start deleting things in the HTML editor. Just remember, you can always cancel. Don't save anything you've changed, and start over. That is a better choice, unless, of course, you are well versed in HTML code. I am not. So be careful and careful in how you use that HTML editor. But it copies more of your formatting when you pull it over. For example, if I just copy that rich content editor, sometimes you may lose an image or some level of formatting, like your headings, for example. But if you copy that HTML code, it will take the code with it, so you're less likely to lose elements.
And if there's anything corrupted, I mean, this is a little bit more advanced, but there's been times where things are just not working in the rich content editor. I'll switch into the HTML editor and figure out what the heck is going on. It takes a little bit of looking, but this is something, I don't know. I figured out how to do this when I was in that MySpace generation when I was 16. Because we actually had to make beautiful pages and embed music and pictures, because that's how we did that. So it's the same thing. If anything's going weird, if you look in there, you might be able to figure it out. But good luck with that.
Well, and last week, I don't know if you guys remember the Zoom posting for the week overview for week 5. The way that I was able to get everything, the audio transcript, the text on the side, posted into Canvas was by using a line of HTML code. So I went to a Canvas chat room where people were discussing that issue, and someone, bless their heart, had written the code for me, so all I had to do was copy and paste it, and it worked. Because I don't have the skills to write that code myself, but I could copy and paste, which was nice. So keep that in mind as well. All right, any questions?
Just to repeat, when we replied to your Office 365, to Caitlin's Office 365 issue, you want us to hold off contacting Omar until after you talk?
You can talk to him if you want to. I was going to give it a few days and just send a list to him, but
I don't want to swamp him.
it's okay.
I think it's too late for that, Chuck.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still trying to get mine sorted out. I have a password issue. I'm really scared it's going to like lock me out of everything. So it's going to wait a couple days before I do mine just because of that. I want to get some grading done before I cause any, system-wide issues. But yeah, I mean, if you want to talk to him, that's fine. Maybe just comment, reply on your own thread what you've done, and your status.
My problem is just logging in. It keeps saying that it won't accept my schools. And it tells me to use another one from Google.
Yep.
I use the other Google one and it says, this is already owned by somebody else. I said, how is that possible?
Yep.
And so that's my main problem right now. I have sent a message to Omar, but he said, he said he'd get back to me I've been so busy.